What up, everybody? It's your boy JB. I guess today I felt a little froggy. So today I'm gonna make an apple pie, but I'm gonna make an apple pie from scratch. So it's not your first time that it's not the first time your boy's done this, but I'm doing it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing through, and y'all walk with me as I go through making this pie. So we got our ingredients and everything, but first and foremost, before we do anything, because we know how people are when you're tasting other people's food or whatever, how did they prepare it? Yes, clean your environment first, ladies and gentlemen. Clean it first, make sure that's good to go, which we already did. Then you gotta have your ingredients, right? So got shortening stick, got some flour, all-purpose flour, salt, measuring tool, because we got to get it right. And then I'm gonna make the topping or the crust, if you will, and then I'll make the ingredients as well. We put it all in the oven, and then we'll try this thing, right? So follow with me on this journey. So as you see here, we got our flour, we mixed it with the salt. I got the shortening stick that we're gonna put in here. We'll put that into the mix, and then we're gonna put this together. Now, you can use a pastry blender, but I'm a little bit more old school, I guess you could say. Use 2 butter knives, and then we're gonna mix it together. So as it starts to start forming and get a crumble, then we'll add the water to really make it into a roll, and then start rolling out the crust. So let's get started. And voila, look, we got ourselves a roll right now, a ball roll that we're gonna turn into crust, right? So at this point, I myself, because I cleaned all of the surface, I like to use all of the surface and throw flour on it, but we're gonna take our rolling pin that we have here, and then we're gonna start rolling ourselves out the crust, and then we'll get to the ingredients after. Taking our time, I want to get it rolled out nice and flat as possible, and expand it out as much as possible as well. I'll be honest, I'm not the best at rolling this out, so sometimes it's a little trial and error with it, and then I work with it to get it rolled out, but eventually I get it where I want it to be. So continue to roll, and then we'll have our liner for our pan here. So we rolled our crust out, see, and laid it into the pan itself. So now all I'm gonna do is just make sure it fits nice and snug inside the pan. So it'll be ready to put the apples inside, and then I'll trim all of this off on the sides. And then I'm gonna repeat the process once again in making the crust, because we gotta put the top, but I like to change it up a little bit. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a moment. So just repeat what we just did, and then we'll get to putting in the apples in just a moment. All right, so I didn't want to bore you with the whole cutting of the apples and everything. So apples are already cut, but we're gonna start putting in the ingredients that we're gonna put with the apples. So we got our large bowl here. We're gonna throw in our sugar. We're gonna throw in our flour. We need about a half teaspoon of cinnamon. So we'll throw that in there. Some nutmeg, throw that in there. And then just a pinch, it says a pinch. I'm gonna pinch it. Salt, right? What am I gonna do with the salt? Just toss it. So now we got all that in there, and we're gonna stir this up a little bit. And then after we get that, take the good stuff, our apples, right? We're gonna pour our apples in here. Yes. And then we're gonna take a nice little spoon, and then we're gonna mix all of this up in here. All this good stuff, all these apples. And then we're gonna finish the second portion of our crust, which I'll show you here in just a moment. But I'm gonna keep mixing this and then I'll show you the crust here in just a moment. So apples are already done. Now, remember I was talking about the top portion of the crust and what I was going to do with it. So I'm going to get into that in just a moment, but it's real close to Halloween. So if you've been paying attention, I'm going to see if you've been paying attention. There's been a theme that's been in this whole video. I'm going to see if you noticed it at all. And if you did, put it in the comment section of what it is, something that ties in with Halloween. So put it in the comment section if you saw that. So I got my top crust here, and I told you I was going to do something a little bit different with it. So what I like to do at times, just depends on how I feel. I like to take my crust, but then I'll slice them, and then I'll do multiple lines of my topping. So I'm not going to put it on the top and completely cover up the apple. I'm gonna add a little bit of a design to it, and I go through and then I'll layer the top. So let me grab my apples that I stirred up and stir it up just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna start putting it into my pan, right? And then we wanna spread it out. See those juices falling? You want those juices, that's exactly what you want to fall into your pan. And then you want to even it out so you don't have any lumpy lumps, if you will, when it comes to your pie. Let's see if I got enough in here. I may need to put a little bit more. And should be good with that. I want to make a second one, so I can use that for that. So then we have a margarine that we're going to use, and I just take a piece, cut it in the lines as well. We're getting a little messy in here, but that's all right. We'll clean it up. And I'm going to lay those out there. And then at that point, I start taking my crust that I was going to use, and I start laying them out, right, in my design. So I'm going to continue to do this. I won't bore you with it. I'll show you after I'm done. And then after that, we'll throw it in this oven, let it cook, then we'll be ready to eat. All right, so got the design made. So here is the final presentation of apple pie from scratch. So I said a little bit different. Made a bit of a mess. Wife is gonna be upset at me, but I promise I'll clean all this up so we won't have a problem there. But I'm gonna throw this in the oven. Already had it preheated to 425. Let it cook for about 40 to 50 minutes. And then we'll see what the final product is with it. So almost done. We're almost there. Let's throw this in right now. All right, moment of truth. Final product. Let's go check it out. Let me protect my hands. Go over here. I put it on a tray, make it a little bit easier. And here's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, you see those juices? I hope you can see those juices. See those bubbles and everything. So my daughter is ready to taste this, so I'm gonna go ahead, cut her a piece, and we'll see if she still claims me as her father afterwards. But appreciate you for hanging out with your boy, man. Jelani JB Bodie, man, making apple pie from scratch. I'll let y'all later.